This video is the continuation of the previous one. Previous video I made the bubble gown with a snatch waist that has this collar, which I didn't complete the video. I extended it to part 2 of this. So I want to use this opportunity to share with you the pattern, the drafting today, how I make this beautiful bold collar, extended collar. You can see that yourself. Very beautiful. Welcome back to my channel once again. And here is the drafting paper. It's on fold. Here can see that I've drawn out a starting line that we're going to start from here upward and draft our measurement for the round neck is 20.5, which I'm marking this half of it 10.25. You can see that I have to divide the 10.25 into 2. I'll mark there. That will be the midpoint. Okay, that's 5.125. So at this point now, I have drawn a line upward. I'll go up by 0.5. I'm going to connect it to the midpoint, like you see. The height of this collar is 1 inch that we're using here. I have to input it here and do the same thing at the folded side and at the center as well. I will connect the line to the folded side to the center line. Then here, I'll use a dotted line because it's not that straight to connect it to the end. I'll use my ruler to connect it. I'll extend my line upward. We're using the same measurement for the top collar. The one we drafted now is the collar stand. We are drafting top collar now. I'll draw a straight line across it, marking the half of the round neck measurement you're seeing. Then divide it into 2 as well and come up by 0.5 this part you're seeing. Actually what I did at the collar stand around you, taking the same process at the top collar. Next is to label that. Here is 1 inch for the collar stand. That's the height. And you can see here, I have to connect it to the midpoint. At this point, I'm marking the height of the top collar now. Okay, let me pause it and explain it better. I started from the original line. I'm not marking that through this slanted line, just to get straight line. 4 inches is what we are taking for our top collar. And at this point, I have to come in by 1.5 inches and slant it to the very end. So you can see that I have to mark where we're going to stitch on our neckline. Label it to 2 pieces, so I'm cutting it on my fabric and we are done. Go ahead and cut out the pieces. This is how to draft a Peter Pan collar. If you haven't seen that, you're in the right place. Okay, as I'll go ahead and cut out the whole thing and bring out the what we need for this pattern. Now this is top collar, the back part and the front side, and the collar stand. I'll label center front and the back and the center back. Okay, here is our pieces now. You can see that you draft it and you cut it out on the fabric to 2 pieces of it. But let me show you something. Here at this point, you're going to stitch it at the neckline. This is how you're going to place it, like so, because the collar stand will be 2 pieces of it. One will be underneath and the other one will be at the top, and you'll stitch. But now keep these 2 for the collar for making. Okay, and this other top collar is the one we will use for the drafting of the extended collar. That is the bold collar one. Okay, you see the pointy part. I use a separate brown paper for us to see that clearly. Okay, the point which I'm extending this line is just the pointy part of this collar, the one that falls by the side of your shoulder. Okay, let me position it this way so we can understand it clearly. Yes, now you can see the pointy part of this. Now I'm going to place a ruler and from there and mark 13 inches the length I want for this and extend it to that pointy part of the collar and stop. Okay, here I'm going to come out a bit by 0.5 inches and then extend it as well to that pointy collar. I wanted it to be slanted a bit and mark from there 5 inches the width and extend this line to the collar that we're going to stitch. So now my curved ruler will do the rest of this for me. You can see how I place it. If you don't have a curved ruler, just use dotted line and you connect it. Depends on how you want it. Okay, it's very easy to achieve that, but my curved ruler do the rest of this for me and curve it well. I'll go ahead and cut out the whole thing together. Okay, and we're done for this making of this extended collar. I have three pieces here. One extended collar, the center one is the collar stand, and this is one top collar. Now see how you're going to place it now. This part is the center back, you can see that, and this part is fall at the side of the shoulder, and we extend our collar. I'm stopping here to explain a few things. We're going to notch that part. This is where we're going to stop our stitches and fold it right inside out. I hope you're getting that. These are the pieces we need for this collar. And let's go to the table and cut our fabric. I've done that. So two pieces each. Right side facing right side by 0.5 inches seam allowance. I will start my stitches from here, like you see me touching, and stop at the point which I notch. Here is where we're going to stop our stitches, and the remaining opening part is where we're going to turn it inside out. I hope you're getting that. Do the same thing to the next collar and stitch and stop at this point. At this opening part, turn it inside out. But we're going to use our collar stand to sandwich the whole thing together. Now, let me stitch at 0.5 inches. You can see how I'm stitching that, starting from the where we notched it and continue stitching and end it to the center back. Very easy. Turn it to the right side. When you're done with that, remember to notch this part, tension there, so it can be flat and neat. Do you see that? You can see this. We're going to stitch this side, our neck region, with 0.5 inches seam allowance. You can see that. Okay, go ahead and top stitch it. For me, if you're using a cotton fabric, it's better for you to top stitch on cotton than satin. But you can see how you can nail everything. Now, I'll go ahead and make the same thing and stitch the second collar with 0.5 inches. I'm done that. I'll go ahead and cut out the excess and flip it over to the right side. Iron it flat. Okay, go ahead and give it a good press. And we're done with that. And the next one now, let me take you to the table so you can see the rest of this. Now you can see our pieces is complete. We're going to use our collar stand to do the rest. I've notched the center collar for the collar stand. Part which is pointing out, you can see that the slanted point is where we're going to place here. Now I'm dividing the collar stand there, the center side, 0.5 inches each. We're going to place this part, the pointy part of this collar at there, and place our collar stand there, each side by side. You can see that. Let me show you that this is how it will be. Go and secure that with your stitches. Go to your machine and secure that. Before placing the second collar stand, the one that I folded in, that will serve as a top stitching for neat finishing. That's why I fold it in and press it. We're going to secure the stitches first before placing the second collar stand. I'm securing that. You can see that. The next thing I'm going to do now, it did not affect our extended collar. Very neat. Next, we're going to place the second collar, the one that has a I folded in for top stitching. Use that pin to hold it. I started my stitching at the first edge there and continue like that to the very end. All you need to do now, cut out the excess, fold it to turn it to the right side and press it. Our collar is easy. Do you see how easy you can make this thing? Go to your neck region and stitch the part of the collar stand which you did not fold. I've done stitching that. I will go ahead and use this part and cover the inseam you're seeing now. I'm going to use it for top stitching. You can see that, and I'm stitching very close to the edge for neat finishing. Let me come very close. You see how neat it is. Next thing, we're done. We are done with our stylish bold collar. It's a great addition to dress, blouse, top, shirts, dresses, and even bubble gown you're seeing. Very beautiful. Here I'm going to attach hook and eye, and we are done. That comes to the end of this tutorial. This is how to cut and sew a bold asymmetric collar bubble gown. If you have watched to this point, I have to thank you so much for your time, and I'll see you next time. Bye bye.